Hi Kim, and thank you for clicking on this video. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I do videos on fitness and lifestyle, but this video is the start of a new informational series that I wanted to do for breast augmentation surgery. You may be wondering why I decided to do this informational series, make this public, and share it with you all. I know that this is a huge decision. There's a lot of cost, a lot of time, considerable amount of pain, and a lot of resources to get the surgery done. So if you are considering getting the surgery, I want to be able to provide my personal experience and the information that I know so that you can make the best decision for you. And if you are going through the surgery and watching this video, that you can be able to relate and understand some of the experiences that I'm going through. And if you're just here for entertainment purposes, hope you are entertained. My goal for this informational series is to be helpful, to be informational to you. I will be doing a video later in the future about my advice and tips on going about this whole process, from finding a doctor to preparation for your surgery. So be sure to subscribe and stay tuned. If you have any questions in the meantime, please comment down below and I will try to address them. So about my experience. How I found the doctor. I asked around to a lot of people who I knew had surgery done. I looked inside the states as well as outside of the states. I looked at a lot of various options. I wanted to make sure, I wanted to stay in New York City if possible, but I knew the prices might be a lot more than elsewhere. But since I do live in New York City, I thought it'll be the most convenient for me to make sure that I'm in the city, to be with a doctor that's also in the city. I looked all over social media. I looked on YouTube, on Instagram, just Googled a lot of different doctors to see their testimonials, to see their ratings, reviews, if they have any credible resources. I just did a lot of research on a lot of various doctors. I came down to about 2 to 3 doctors and found out that one of the doctors that I was interested in charged a $300 consultation fee, and it didn't get credited to your surgery or anything. So I went with the one doctor that I felt comfortable with, which was Dr. Douglas Senderoff in Midtown East. He's in Park Avenue Aesthetic Surgical Center. Dr. Senderoff, I'll put his information down below. And I went to go see him, and for the consultation we discussed different sizing. I brought him a few pictures of what I liked and what I didn't like. He looked at what I wanted and kind of tried to understand where I was coming from, why I was getting it. We just discussed a lot of different options for breast augmentation. During the consultation, he did a 3D imaging to measure the width of my breast, see what would make it most natural, what's the maximum that I could go, and what type would look best on me. So then I was able to see on the computer what my breast would look like post-surgery. After that, at that consultation, we decided that most likely if I were to pursue the surgery, I would get silicone. I would get 325 cc's, and I would get moderate profile at that time. Just a disclaimer, the cc's are very different for everyone because it also starts off with how much breast tissue you already have. So please don't take my cc's to your direct cc's if you are choosing to get your breast surgery. Make sure you talk to your doctor about it. It's just like macros. Calories aren't cut and dry. It's not cookie cutter for everyone. Everyone has a different metabolism, different height. The height and gender all makes all the difference, etc. So just take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. My cc's won't translate to how it'll look like on your breasts. During that consultation, that's what we decided would look most natural on me. I had some hesitations about getting 325s. I wanted to try to go a little bigger because based on my research at that time, I didn't think 325s. I wanted a little bigger look than what the 325s would give me based on what I saw in the 3D imaging. I relayed that concern to the doctor. The doctor had his own concerns because when we measured my chest, he didn't think that if I went a little larger, it would look very unnatural, and he wanted to make sure that they looked as natural as possible. So those are the concerns that he and I discussed during that consultation. Also in that consultation, I sat with Jo Marie. I think she's like the office manager. We discussed different financing options, different payment options, and I knew that I wanted to get them done, and I felt really comfortable with the doctor when I sat with him, so I scheduled a pre-op appointment for later that day. So later that day, I came back in and we finalized the size and we finalized the type, and during that time we discussed in more depth and more detail about what kind of look I was going for, what I would be comfortable with. What I decided was, I basically told the doctor that I trust his aesthetic judgment and aesthetic expertise. We decided that we will go with 325 cc's silicone, and if he can fit more while looking natural, then he will go up to 375, but we knew that 375 would be a stretch, so we knew it would be around 350 cc range. We also decided that possibly we would go for a high profile look, because the more we want to fit the implant, you can Google moderate profile to high profile, but basically the moderate profile, if I went to 350, 375 cc's, it would be too wide for my frame because I am petite, and that would make it look really weird. The side boob would be like hanging out, so we didn't want that look at all. So we decided that we might want to go to a high profile look if we go up to a 350, 360, 375 cc range. He also gave me instructions as to what I needed to do leading up to the surgery day. I wasn't supposed to do intensive exercise days leading into the surgery because I don't want to go under the knife sore and tight. I also had to make sure that I didn't take any aspirin. Then I went and met with the office manager again, finalized the surgery date, finalized my payment option, which I did no interest for a year, monthly payments, and so that was that. As a follow-up to that pre-op appointment, I went to go see my general practitioner because I needed to get cleared for my surgery, so I needed to get blood work done to send over to my plastic surgeon. So that's what I did and got cleared, and my appointment was confirmed. The day before surgery, I was not allowed to eat or drink anything after midnight, so that's exactly what I did. I made sure I had a really good meal because I was not able to have any substance until after my surgery the day after. For exercise, I did chest day 2 days prior and leg day the day prior. I avoided doing chest work the day prior because I didn't want to be sore. I wanted to make sure that I got my last chest workout in as close to surgery day as possible, knowing that I wouldn't be able to do chest for a long time. The day of surgery, I woke up, showered, no lotion, no makeup whatsoever. You need to go basically bare to the surgery room. As soon as I got there, they gave me a gown and the shoes to wear, and I sat down with the anesthesiologist. I can never say that word. I sat down with the anesthesiologist and discussed any concerns that I had. He asked me a lot of different questions, medical questions, my medical history, to make sure that I was okay. He just kind of gave me the rundown on what to expect, although I would be asleep for the entire thing. He gave me kind of a rundown just so that I'm aware of what's happening to my body. So I felt really comfortable there. After that, I sat down with the doctor and the physician assistant one last time to discuss the final sizing and also to mark up for preparation for the surgery. After that, they took me to the surgery room. I sat down and laid down on the table, and honestly, I just remember them caressing my leg just to make sure I was doing okay. They were asking a lot of questions, my personal questions, laughing, and then I don't remember anything after that. I honestly don't even remember the last thing that I said. I just remember just laughing and talking to them, and then I was gone. And next thing I knew, I was in the recovery room, and I woke up, and I remember being under this blanket that was heated up and there was air going through. It was so warm and I didn't want to get out of that. I remember somebody just calling my name and slowly waking up. And the nurse there was just caressing my head, making sure I was calm. It was pretty easy. Not easy as in the pain. I could definitely feel the pain and I felt kind of nauseous. And the nurse gave me an apple juice so that I can sip on that. And Doug was there as soon as I woke up. Supposedly when I woke up, I was really hungry, I guess. So when I woke up, the nurse was there first, and I told her that I was like talking in gibberish. I wasn't making any sense, and the only thing that she made out of what I said was Chinese chicken. So she told that to Doug, and Doug ordered General Tso Chinese chicken to be delivered by the time we got home. So that was really sweet of him. Now that you have the background story, let's get on with the actual day of the surgery and go straight into the vlogs. So stay tuned.